Hope we're... Hey, what's up, YouTube? Welcome to Play It Painted Live. Hope you're having a good Friday evening. And here we go with another one of these. No Garrett tonight, guys. No Garrett, the Star Wars superfan. I'm sure he will not be missed. But yeah, that's not what we're working on tonight. Tonight we're going to be painting up some Marvel Crisis Protocol. And yeah, we're going to talk a little bit about. We have a couple of topics that we can talk about tonight. One is the Wednesday night movie of this past Wednesday, which was Manborg. So we'll review that. We'll also talk about the War Boss Tay February painting challenge, what that is, what that entails. And then basically it's whatever you want to talk about. Right now I'm just cleaning up this paint desk a little bit. There's just like all kinds of just trash and stuff that I need to clean off the table here to try to make life a little bit more livable. But we do have a lot of trash and stuff on the board. And Marvel Crisis Protocol, they are so generous with the bases. You get you just get bases and bases and bases. You buy a kit with 2 models in it, and there's usually at least 4 bases in it. So constantly chucking sprues. I'm not chucking any of those bases because they're very good bases. Unfortunately, the only common one that goes into other games is the 50 mil base. So, but that's okay. We'll just make do with what we got. But yeah, it's a nice Sunday night. Let's go ahead and get to painting. Let me know if you have any questions, comments, or threats. And yeah, let's just do it. So, what do we have on tap tonight? We have Marvel Crisis Protocol. And so we've got a few different things we can work on tonight. Some of the color blocking I've already started, and some of the models are actually quite a bit well underway. So first up is the little baby, tiny little Ant-Man, who's actually well on his way to being done. Little tiny little Ant-Man there. And you can't have tiny Ant-Man without regular size Ant-Man. So go to Ant-Man and little baby Ant-Man. And then, you can't have Ant-Man without Wasp. So we got Wasp, and we got a little tiny Wasp, okay? You can see their wings are not on yet, so we'll get to working on their wings. In addition to that, we got some more Avengers. So we got Hawkeye. See Hawkeye underway there. All right, it's really just the dark. You can see his dark uniform kind of coming in a little bit there, and then we got Natasha. Yeah, Natasha Romanoff, right? The Black Widow. Look at, she's so angry. Look at her face. Look at that. Angers. Yeah. Cool sculpt, though. Definitely one of my favorite sculpts so far. Great sculpt. I mean, not as cool as Enchantress. Let's be real. Enchantress is fire. And then we got the Winter Soldier, and he is wintry. Haven't done that bionic arm. That's actually going to be probably the most challenging part of this this otherwise mundane miniature, but he does have intense eyes. I don't think the camera will pick it up, but my eyes are so intense as I am the Winter Soldier. So we got him. And then the model that we've done nothing on so far, nothing really, is Vision, right? Client wants Vision to be like a movie Vision, so we'll work on movie Vision. In fact, I think the first thing we need to do is we're probably going to prep the cloak to paint the cloak yellow. All right, so that's what we're going to do. Let's go ahead and get started on that. This is a little bit of airbrushing at the start of our program, and I do it at the start of our program because nobody says anything up front, so y'all can't, you don't complain, so I just do the airbrushing up front. All right. Otherwise, if you complain and said, no, turn that airbrush noise off, I would stop. I would stop doing it. But that isn't how we're rolling tonight, is it? All right, man. So I want to get this cloak nice and white before we spray it down with some yellow, because I do not feel like brushing this yellow. Do you? I don't. I don't feel like brushing yellow. And if you're gonna be like, oh, you're just resorting to airbrush because you're lazy. Yeah, son, I am lazy. Been a long time, man, since I used to brush yellow forever, ever, back in the day when I was painting Iend in Craft World. You know how it rolls. So anyways, oh, and I'm supposed to, because of the War Boss Day February painting challenge, you're supposed to take some oath. Right? I forgot how the oath goes. You're supposed to hold a brush. Right? I'm gonna hold this sweet, sweet Winsor Newton size 3. Look at the tip on this bad boy. Look at that. That is fire. Like you could go to your art store and look at 100 brushes and you will not see one that sharp, right? Right, I could do surgery with that tip, man. Look at that. Sexy. All right, and you're supposed to promise some oath of moment. I promise on this, I swear by this brush and this airbrush. I'll hold the airbrush too. And I swear by this really nice brush and this really cheap Chinese airbrush to paint during the challenge. Yay! And I'll upload things and I'll answer questions, I guess. And we'll get to this model eventually. We'll get to you. Just wait. We'll get to you. We'll get to you. So we'll get to her at some point. But right now, let's get some vision going. And what I want to do, what you want to do, what you gonna do? Let's do. Oh, never mind. Oh, here it is. Okay, got a little worried there. But yeah, welcome to Play It Painted Live. Let us know what you're painting or what you should be painting. We're gonna paint some Marvel Crisis Protocol. Okay, so first thing I want to do is I want to get some Liquitex white ink on that cloak. Okay. I want some bright spots on the cloak. So again, we're going for MCU vision, not classic red and green vision. Okay? But he still has that yellow cloak. I think the MCU one has a couple of red stripes on it or something. I don't know. I may not do the red stripes because it's just you're just looking for a line that's not sculpted in. Okay? So a little bit of white ink there. And that's just going to brighten up this bad boy. All right. That's all I'm looking to do. And I mean, I could do a little bit of white here if I want. Right, top of the head. Like that. Be a little bit nicer to vision here. There we go. It must be Bo Katan. What's up, Nelson? I don't have my air horn handy, so I can't. Yeah, let's get a little bit of light on this homeboy. Right. But white ink is a nice way to get your, before you go yellow. As an Asian, I know there's a joke in there. Before you go yellow, alright. Okay. How you doing tonight, sir? Alright. That's enough. That's enough white. Hold on. Let's get... Actually, it's not enough because I really want the top of the cloak to be bright yellow. Okay. Anybody else that needs white ink right now. Anybody else need white ink? I feel like Winter Soldier could probably use a little bit of white ink over his arm because I originally painted it like skin color and then realized that that's not how it goes. So I could do a little bit, just a little. Just have to be a little extra careful with it. There we go. Just trying to get it back to that like cybernetic. Is it because it's a lighter background, the yellow layer, then pop more easier? Yes, sir. Yeah, it was nice to be able to sneak in a little game today. That was good. It was fun. It was very effective. Our game of Defiance. Yeah, that was nice. All right. I mean, there's more stuff I want to do with airbrush right now. Actually, let's actually do a little bit more with airbrush right now, since we are going to wait on this guy a little bit. A couple of minor things I want to do. They're not the biggest deals, but let's go ahead and do them because we can right now. So, right, because Winter Soldier here is on a metal grid, and we'll just use let's just make it a little bit fancy. Right? So I'm going to start by priming all the metal bits, this dark color right there. And then let's go ahead and do that for this little metal beam that Wasp is on. Because we want it to look dope. Did you end up picking up anything after I left? All right. I know we like to look at merch when we're done with our games. All right. So just a little bit of black right there. And you could do some other stuff too. Like, let's say I wanted to, let's say I want Natasha's armor. And these like guns, I want them to be a fancy color. Why? Because we love Natasha. We want her to have fancy things. Don't you? I want her to have fancy things. I mean, it's Natasha. She's awesome. Right? Let's get Natasha some cool looking stuff. Does Turbo Dork paints make sense? How about Winter Soldier? He can have a fancy shoulder pad right here. There we go. And let's give him since his knife is such a big deal, let's give him a fancy knife. Right? Okay. Anybody else get anything fancy? Let's do. Hawkeye has like a silver bow. Let's give Hawkeye. I'm telling you, man, I'm just gonna. Right? Yeah, I see him. Yeah, sure. There's Hawkeye. Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome to the feed. Alright. All right, so we'll let that black undercoat dry. What are you guys working on? Anything fun? Yeah. We doing painting, building, painting. All right. And yes, we will be talking about Manborg, but I'm going to save that for when we're done with the airbrushing portion of the show. Okay, so now what I like to do is if I airbrush, I can go with like a standard, I could go with like a standard yellow airbrush. I could do that. I don't do that. I like to go, because I went super white, I like to go either yellow. Hey, what's up, Jason? I like to go either yellow crystal or yellow ink. That's kind of how I roll. I've never actually airbrushed this this what up, Meng? What up, Meng? This color. I've never really done that. Building orcs. The last dandy for Malifaux. Worthy projects, gentlemen. All right. Yeah. Let's try it. AK don't let me down. AK don't let me down. Let me see how it go. Maybe I start with more of an almost like an orange color though, right? And then maybe to give myself a little shade value. Or do I do it the other way around? It's with yellow. I might have to do it the other way around, where I shoot it yellow and then I shade it with like a moon yellow. All right. Now I'm making all this up as we go along, but luckily it's only a commission. I'm just kidding. It's fine. Right? We trust in the process. That's all we need to know. You just trust in the process. Oh yeah, this is a good yellow. Okay. All right. So this yellow is going to go down real light, and we're just going to let it build. I'm just going to let it build, not let it sag. Let it build. Right? You really kind of have to baby yellow. Do you really want a smooth looking yellow? You gotta baby it. Yellow, probably the color I'm most interested in doing with oils because of this factor right here. Because oils would allow me to cover and blend probably a little bit faster and a little more forgiving than this method. But that's a nice smooth yellow. Like, that's pretty smooth. There are many ways to get to yellow, but this is the way we are using tonight to get to vision yellow. Vision yellow cloak. Okay, good. Banana cloak. All right. And I will not be shooting that cloak with orange. I'm going to shade it down with a little bit of orange. All right. Okey-doke. Okey-doke. Oh, you know what? I didn't... Wait a minute. What color is the... I knew it! Son of a... Okay, hold on. These little Hydra things are supposed to be metallic as well. So let's get them a little bit of black undercoat. Then we can have some fun, right? Let's do this first. All right, guys. Boop, boop. All right. First off, thanks to everybody brave enough to rock out some Manborg with me on Wednesday. Yes, we can all agree that Manborg is an amazing movie and that we need to recommend it to as many highly cultured film aficionados such as we. Yeah. So we can do that, right? Wait, what's Homeboy? What? Yeah. Because those are all metal too. All right. So we got this right. Right now that we're all familiar with the ways of the Manborg, we should be out there recommending it to as many people as possible. Best movie, Manborg. Best supporting actor, The Baron. Obviously gonna win for best visual effects. There just wasn't enough justice in the movie. Justice was certifiably awful. His accent was terrible. The dancing was atrocious. But I will say this: he had such the man crush on Manborg. Can we just point that out? That the only time Justice really broke down in tears. He broke down in tears was when Manborg died. Okay, so when spoiler alert for those of you who will be watching Manborg as a result of this feed, and you should. It's worth the hour of your life. But yeah, when Count Draculon attacks Mina, his sister, attacks Justice's sister, and really clocks the hell out of her. Justice is upset. You could, he's angry. They have to hold him back, right? But he doesn't actually break down and cry until Manborg goes down. Okay? So, and I should also point out, the only other time he cries in the movie is when he thinks he's not going to see Manborg again. Do we need it spelled out, guys? Do we need to point this out? I don't think so. I think this is important. I think we all know where Justice stands. The movie is about, it's called Manborg, but it's really about who loves who and the love triangle of Manborg. Okay? Don't go there. It says it's dangerous. Poor illiterate guy. Right. I mean, he had that. He had his side plot because he is illiterate. That's also another spoiler, guys. It's another spoiler. But I mean, the movie is really about. There are many love triangles in Manborg. Okay, there are many unfulfilled romances in Manborg is really it's probably one of the most romantic movies I've seen in a while, and I may actually watch it again with my wife. I'll hold her down. I'll just I could force her, say, hey, you want to watch something really romantic? You want to watch something really romantic? Well, here you go. Manborg. Yeah. You didn't see that coming, did you? That's right, because you're biased. You don't understand how potent Manborg is. But yeah, you're right, Sean. It is a love pentagon. And I feel like that deserves some acknowledgement. I don't think the relationships in Manborg, let me just tell you this. Okay. I'm not even joking as I say this. The way Justice, the palpable on-screen devotion that Justice has for Manborg is way more realistic than the feelings that Kylo Ren and Rey are supposed to have. Okay? Does anyone disagree with me? Does anyone gonna disagree? Anyone gonna challenge that what I just said? Okay? The way Justice visibly feels about Manborg, much more palpable than Rey and Kylo Ren. Come at me, Internet. Come on, prove it. Prove me wrong. Prove me wrong. They only had an hour. They only had an hour's movie together. But the way he feels about Manborg is palpable. It is date night quality. Oh man, you know what? Let's do this like Chrome. Let's do the Chrome arm, like fun. Yeah, right. In Star Wars, Rey and Kylo Ren. No, I ship Rey. What do they call him? Reylo. I ship Reylo. I ship Reylo. The people, the fan. Yeah, shut up, Garrett. The Star Wars super fans ship Reylo. Reylo. They had 3 movies together. 3 movies together. Couldn't get any chemistry. Anakin and Padme, okay? That was like, I feel like that relationship should have been on Date Night NBC. Like, there were real problems there, right? That fool hates sand, right? More than the way Bo-Katan feels and love Bo. Okay, so that was the strongest connection in Manborg, right? Strongest connection. This is why, I tried to get more people to watch Manborg because we need more people participating in this discussion. It's important, and I know that the people watching Manborg with me, they picked up on the important stuff. But yeah, so you had Manborg and Justice, and okay, so all right, that's how Justice feels about Manborg. Okay, cool. And then you had basically then every other character relationally is about how they feel about Mina, right? Every other character in the movie basically presents with how they feel about Mina, and it goes in descending order, right? So in order of who loves Mina most to who loves Mina the least, I'm gonna say I feel like this is a tough one, but I feel like Baron is clearly number 1, right? Baron loves Mina the most. It's pretty clear, right? I don't know how you guys feel, but this is how I rank them. Okay, Baron, and then Manborg, and then Justice, and then number 1 guy or number 1 man. I forget. I don't remember how to call that. Right? That's how I have it. That's how I have it ranked, right? So, Baron, Manborg, Justice, and then number 1 guy. And I'll defend my answer here in a second, but that's my force ranking. If I have to force rank, who loves Mina the most, who loves Mina the least, that's how I'm going to do it. Should also point out that Dracula. Oh, you know who also loves Mina? Is the girl that has like no lines. That I don't even remember her name. You know, the girl that had some sort of relationship with Mina, and then, you know, ended up, you know, being the bad guy, and then, you know, and then she can kind of go in and out of like a demon form. Thirsty Boys in the movie, right? So, does that sound right? So I actually put number one man is the least in love with Mina. Maybe the only other character that loves Mina less than number one man is Draculon, which is weird because he's Dracula, right? And since when have you had basically an asexual Dracula? Not, you know, Dracula is the meaning of thirsty boy. Like he's you're supposed to. That's his whole point of Dracula. He's supposed to be thirsty boy, right? Anyway, so that's kind of how I have it ranked. You guys tell me. I'm gonna rattle off basically how and why. You know, starting with. I guess I'll start at the bottom and work my way up. Okay, let's do that. Why is number one man the least in love with Mina? Of the people that basically indicate that they love Mina, he is the least in love with Mina, even though I'm pretty sure he's the guy that's kind of wanting to say it the most. I don't recall if he ever actually says it during the movie, but that, you know, the movie kind of insinuates that like he has a thing for her, like they have some sort of relationship, but it's undefined, right? So, you know, starting from, you know, the time where Mina gets attacked and she gets hit, you know, she gets basically struck down by Draculon, right? Everybody's crying, everybody's sad, except for number one man. Number one man is like, oh, we've lost her. Like, he immediately went to that. Like, oh, she's not, oh, we'll never get her back. Bye, Mina. Like, he was done at that point. He had already, right? He's like, this ship has sailed. I need to find me a new lady friend who can fight crime with me. He was like, that fool was ready to just break out. As soon as Mina, oh, she dead. Like, he immediately went for that. Everybody else was like, can't you do something? And, you know, they're trying to figure it out. And obviously, you know, Manborg is trying to figure it out. But meanwhile, that dude be like, no, she's gone. I love you. No, wait, you're dead. So he is the least in love with Mina. Okay? That's why I've got him at the bottom. They're insinuating that there's some relationship, but yeah. And then, you know, slightly better than him is the girl, right? The girl that was holding hands with Mina when they got attacked by the alien devils. I'm not really sure how to classify the monsters. I guess alien devils is about as close as you'll get. So yeah, right? Because I thought that they were going to try to have some dialogue where they try to save each other, but instead of that, like, they went straight for just like trying to fight. They didn't even. It was like they had no dialogue like that you have in the, you know, beginning of each level of Mortal Kombat or whatever. You don't get that. They just went into these, like, they were holding hands. They had some sort of relationship in the past, and like that's just, you know, water over the bridge now. So, well, sorry, water under the bridge. So yeah, so that wasn't a thing. So number one guy, then that other lady, and then next would be Justice, right? And I've already kind of explained it, because Justice is like, oh, you better not touch my sister, like that. He's like doing that in the movie, but again, other than his little freak out for when she gets hit, he don't really show up much. He don't really, he ain't really about that. So you don't. So I don't get much love vibes for Justice and his sister. Okay. So then after Justice, then obviously you have Manborg, and really the only reason why Manborg is there is because, massive spoiler alert, Manborg gives his life for Mina. Like there is no chemistry between Manborg and Mina. In fact, there's barely any dialogue between Manborg and Mina. Right? There's just not. They just don't really interact. So, but the dude, he did kill himself for Mina. So he's got to be up there. So he's already done more than, all of the other characters, right? And then top of the list, by far, the true hero of the story, the guy that we're all rooting for, is the Baron, right? I think, given enough time, the Baron could have had, right, if we had just let the Baron proceed with his plan, then, things would have been much better for Mina anyways. The Baron would have protected her. She would have been that could have been the start of a true romance there. But true romance doesn't need words. Yeah, what was the name of that song? More Than Words? Yeah. But yeah, that's kind of how I rank that, right? That yes, there's most characters claim to love. You missed the cinematic action romance master. Oh, you didn't watch Manborg with us, Jason? It's a bummer. Okay, but yeah, Baron clearly the most in love with Mina, aka, and he had a little nickname for her. He called her Prisoner Number 7, but she was always Prisoner Number 1 in his heart. What a guy, dude! What a dude! What a romantic soul! Can we celebrate that for a minute? Pretty dope, if you ask me. Pretty dope, if you ask me. All right. So those are really, that's really what the movie is about. Yes, there's fighting and, Draculon and that kind of thing, and he's Cyborg and he lost his brother or whatnot. Then there was that cool doctor who had the remote controller strapped to his arms. That was a pretty cool character, right? They could have done something with that character. I don't know. You guys tell me. But yeah, pretty dope, right? Manborg had some. It had some good parts to it. Like it definitely had potential. The movie is about relationships, though, as you can see. It's not really. Yes, it's only an hour-long movie that is filmed basically entirely on green screen, but it's I was trying to get more people to watch it so that we can have these discussions. That we can enjoy these discussions together. But all good. All right. This week, I'm actually going to be attending a training Wednesday night and Thursday night, which means if we do a Wednesday night movie, it's going to start pretty late. It could start around 10 o'clock, so it may be a short movie that we do, so stay tuned for that. right? And I'm not revealing the movie yet, even though I did mention it a little bit earlier, what I was thinking of watching. But there's still plenty of, plenty of terrible movies that we can watch or we could queue up. Maybe I could find another kind of trashy, B-rate movie that we can all enjoy. But yeah, I will say that Manborg, for what it is, still entertaining. Just on those regards, when you look at how important relationships were in that movie, and I mean, it is the moral of the story, right? When you remember when his brother dies, and obviously, and then him at the end, it's not a, actually, holy shit. That is what the director just comes out and says it, right? Because he says it's not about the killing, it's about family. Remember that? That they repeat it in the movie, and that is the point of Manborg. So I don't have any. I mean, there's no better evidence than that's what Manborg is about. And I do think it's a, you could argue that it's a date night movie, that to me it's a romantic movie. I think it's a romantic movie. I don't think that my Star Wars. I don't think it's, uh, even though I don't think yeah, I don't think anyone's gonna watch it with me, other than you guys. But oh yeah, I know we could just watch a couple episodes of Community. It's true, right? We're kind of going in chronological order through season 2, so we could do that. But yeah, I don't know. I thought I thought Manborg was pretty good. Get some color down on this rebar. But yeah. Oh shit, they beat Fast and Furious. Did they beat Fast and Furious? What do you mean by that? I don't understand. What do you mean, Sean? But yeah, good movie. Good movie. It's about family. Oh yeah, Fast and Furious, that's right. Fast and Furious says that. Because they always talk about, Fast and Furious, they always talk about being a family, right? I don't know. I feel like Manborg was able to prove that in the space of an hour. Whereas Fast and Furious, it's taken... Uh-oh. I might be too loud. 1 second. Hello? Okay. We have to keep it down a little bit. Even though I guess other people in this house now understand how important it is to watch Manborg. So there you have it, folks. Manborg. You really you got to get the people out. Get your people, call your people, make them come out, watch some Manborg. That's all I got to say. Let's try some of these. So I tried the emerald mauve, light violet green, dark green tin. Let's try the dark green tin. That sounds interesting. Let's try it. Ooh, that's a cool looking color. Look at this. Wow, that's a cool looking color. Wow, that is a really cool looking color. Okay. Any other general thoughts or comments about Manborg? I mean, I hope that you were also impressed at how well they did character arcs in that movie. It's actually really sad that Manborg got it right. And, you know, these giant big budget movies can't get simple stuff like that right. Ooh, that's a nice color. That's fancy. It's a nice like green. It's a nice like metallic green. It's pretty cool. I'm just gonna use it on Winter Soldier's base. That is a nice color, dude. You beat fast, yeah. All right, dude, look at that. That's nice. Nice. All right. In fact, let's give him those color plates. Those are cool looking. All right. That is nice. Good job, Winter Soldier. Okay. And then I need to spray some like steel and finally some chrome. What else did, I mean, other than obviously the powerful romance, you know, the powerful romance that we got out of Manborg, what else would you say you were impressed with Manborg? That's a good question. You know, I like that it. Oh, nice. Good job, Sean. I'm getting the dandies done. I like that the movie had other than the 5-minute scene of, you know, discovering that Justice was illiterate and they couldn't make, you know, mac and cheese. Other than that scene, the movie didn't drag, right there. It doesn't. Obviously, it's only an hour long, so it doesn't really have time to drag, but it still stands for something, right? They didn't leave you standing around. Like you didn't. There weren't. There were definitely plot threads that went nowhere, but again, they only had an hour, right? So the good news was, you know, they didn't. There wasn't a lot of time wasted, but then again, they didn't have a lot of time. Period. So. Get a little chrome down on Winter Soldier's arm. Let's get a little chrome on Hawkeye's bow. Notice Hawkeye just gets regular looking steel plates. Whenever Sky Sharks comes out, we need to watch party that when it becomes available. Maybe we could put it on the list for things that we might potentially watch. yeah, who knows? This week might just be, we might just be doing a little community this week just to kind of tone things down a little bit. You know, obviously, Manborg was probably a little taxing on us emotionally with how riveting that movie was. I did have a really good movie picked out this week, so. But, you know, if we don't get to it because of my training, that's fine. We'll just move along. All right. Okay. I think we are pretty good here. I think I'm done with the airbrush finally. Actually, not quite done with the airbrush. I want to do one more color. And we're going to do a little bit of just brighter steel. You know, I feel like it's a little late to do these. I'll figure that out. Or is it? Right? Maybe I can. Maybe. No. It's okay. Let's stick to our guns. Stick to the plan. Right? Draw 2 tactics. Or you draw one, and I get to pick one and draw one. But yeah, glad you guys are enjoying the watch parties. It's quickly becoming one of my favorite things to do as a stream. Because you get everything, right? We're painting, we get some painting done, and we get to watch hilarious stuff, hilarious movies, and then we get a topic to discuss afterwards. So the idea is, you know, the idea is we can do some, we do a watch party. Oh, too shiny. We do a watch party and then a review like later in the week. That's kind of the plan. Right? I like this plan. It's a good plan. I think it's a good plan. I don't know. Street Fighter is a fun, bad movie. You mean the Street Fighter 2 movie with Jean-Claude Van Damme? Or the Street Fighter 2 animated movie? Or the Street Fighter movie series starring Sonny Chiba? Which one are we talking about? I assume you're talking about the Street Fighter movie with Jean-Claude Van Damme, which I actually really like because it has, you know, it's Raul Julia's last movie, and you have Raul Julia, you know, really just giving it all as M. Bison, right? You can't really ask for more than that. I'm pretty down with that cause. All right, we're looking pretty good, folks. Let's just keep it moving. I don't know if I finish any of these models tonight, but probably finish all of them tomorrow, if that makes any sense. Right? We probably we're jumping around a bit. We probably get to a point where they're all done tomorrow. We'll see. We'll see how we go. At the latest, they're done Tuesday, but they might be done as soon as like early as tomorrow. I actually want to, you know what I want to do? Okay, let's just do this, guys. Let's just do this. Let's pull up So if you guys want to look up specific movies, do you guys want to look up specific movies? This is how we can do it. All right, so I'm just gonna. So now so I'm just gonna open up the search menu, and let's say here's one that I'm pretty sure isn't on here, but I wish it was. Let's look up Watership Down. Right? Nope, no Watership Down. There's Swimming at Sea and Silver Saddle. Neither one of those is on there. Let's try some trauma movies. So let's try Toxic Avenger. See if any trauma movies show up. Class of Nukem High Part 2. That technically is a trauma movie. There's Toxic Avenger Part 4, which is well past the actual, it's still a trauma movie, but it's well past the other things. What is Honky Holocaust? This looks interesting. I think what we're gonna do, Honky Holocaust. Let's look. Here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna add. Let's add our not Explorer. Let's add. Is that? Oh no, that's no good. Let's remove that. Okay, let's try it again. Screen capture. I guess I could just capture monitor desktop 1 and we can look. Let's just do that. All right, so let's do this for a minute. All right, so you guys can browse with me a little bit. So if you guys have any thoughts for what other, look at Oily Maniac. I've never heard of Oily Maniac, but we can look at it, right? Look at this, it's just an oily dude. Okay, so this looks like an Asian movie. Acclaimed director Ho Meng-hwa directs Danny Lee as the oily maniac in the Shaw Brothers horror classic Oily Maniac. This blood-wrenching creepy is based on a true story. Holy crud! Lee hit international fame starring in John Woo's The Killer. Oh, okay. Okay, I mean, it's not Chow Yun-fat, but that's reputable, right? That's a Hong Kong studio, and it's got Danny Lee, who was like the main bad guy in The Killer. I don't know. That's kind of dope, dude. All right, so we get that. Oh, that's a different. We won't look at that. That's. Hold on. I forget. You guys are watching. We're spying on me. Hold on. What's going on? Okay. Okay. Yeah, that was another. Never mind. That's another thing. Okay. So what else do we have? We have Honky Holocaust, which is what I was looking at. 2014 Honky Holocaust. 25 years after the infamous Sharon Tate murders, the Manson family, having escaped underground to await a prophesized race war, oh boy, reappear in San Francisco. But the infamous cult, now joined by Manson's own daughter, find a very different world than they imagined. And why is it Honky Holocaust? I mean, those are two cool words. All right. Range 15, Sleigh Bells, The Ghouls, Toxic Kids, Rotten Tail. What is... Oh, look at this guy. He's like a Skaven. Geek fertility researcher Peter Cotton is bitten by a mutant rabbit. Oh, he's going to become... and changes into a half-man, half-bunny Rotten Tail. Okay. That's kind of awesome. Almost 2 hours long. I don't know. Oh, you wanted to see, so Sean, you wanted to see Street Fighter. It's actually Street Fighter 2. Well, let's see. Street Fighter 2, the animated movie. Street Fighter 1 Alpha. This is the Return of the Street Fighter. That's the Sonny Chiba movie. Spendable. So 28 days later. That's actually a legitimate horror movie. Underworld MacGruber. Sister Street Fighter is actually a pretty sick movie. That's actually a pretty good movie. Badass 2. Badasses. Also on here. 7 Psychopaths. Range 15 shows up again. The 2011 Conan shows up. I want to watch actual Conan. Gone in 60 seconds. Commando 2. So no Commando. Deadly Prey. This looks good. 1987. Alright. A group of mercenaries is kidnapping innocent people on the streets of Los Angeles and using them as human targets. Their spree goes awry when they kidnap the wrong man, Mike Danton, Guerrilla Fighter. Looks pretty good. Looks pretty good, guys. Deadly Prey. That could be a thing. I'm more into like 80s, like crappy 80s and 70s sci-fi. Or, look, Manborg shows up again. The Cutter. You got Road Warriors. Look at this. Executioners from Shaolin. That's going to be good. Look at that. That's going to be good. Critics called this the preeminent kung fu director's greatest film on the themes of history, martial arts, and family. That's the theme, family, again. And they were right. By filling this version of the Shaolin revenge story with brilliant, unforgettable sequences, director Liu has outdone himself as usual. Whoa. I wanted to just see more. Okay. Okay. What is Road Warriors? And it's documentary. Oh, interesting. Failed U.S. intervention in Somalia. That's interesting. All right. Any other titles you guys want me to look up while we're just kind of messing around tonight? Big Money Rustlers. It looks like this looks like a Juggalo movie. Is this a Juggalo movie? That's a Juggalo movie. Oh my god. It's a Juggalo movie. I don't think I can watch it. But yes, it has Violent J and Shaggy 2 Dope. Yeah, yeah. I mean, that exists. So, that's it. Two Champions of Shaolin. I think they have Master of the Flying Guillotine. I think they have Master of the Flying Guillotine. They have the original Flying Guillotine and Flying Guillotine 2. Fatal Flying Guillotine. Oh my god, look at all these great kung fu movies. Two Fists Against the Law. It happens. One Armed Boxer is actually kind of a dope movie. What about, do they have, this is a great movie. This is just movies. Well, these are just titles available for watch party only. All right, so uh, the Blade. Let's see if it has that. Blade of the Immortal, Babes with Blades. Sure, I don't know. Turn of the Blade, Blade of the Immortal, the Magic Blade, the Fifth King Iran, the Blade Barkley story. How Blade saved Marvel and paved the way for the MCU. That's a good documentary. Wow, there's two different Babes with Blades. Can I just point that out? There's Babes with Blades, the 2018, and then the original Babes with Blades, the 2012 version. Just saying. Um, Return of the Deadly Blade. That looks good. Revenge of the Bushido Blade. Look at this. A martial arts expert takes revenge on the American soldiers who killed his parents during the war. Why not? That's all you need to know. That's it. That's all. It's just Revenge of the Bushido Blade. Uh, a Blade in the Dark. This looks cool. What's this? It looks like a horror movie. Bruno is hired to compose the music for a new horror movie and rents an isolated villa to... What am I doing? I mean, we're taking a break from painting, guys. I'm gonna... Whoa. Sorry. We might as well. We might as well. Doesn't look like I can... I need my chat on here to be able to see. So, alright. So yes, looking for titles, guys. Any titles that you are interested... Think of like a kind of a bad but kind of a good movie. that's I'm just gonna say that. That's what we're looking for. Year one. See, the original RoboCop, which was on the list for last week. We thought we might watch the original RoboCop because it's a classic. It's a great movie. Clue, great movie. One of my favorite movies. Let's see. I guess these are kind of the more popular ones. Royal Tenenbaums, love that movie too. All right. Anything else? Obviously, no Time Bandits. I'm going for broke. I'm going for broke. Maybe they have it. I doubt it. No, they have for Excalibur. They have a bunch of just bad. I the First King. This is this the This is like the Gun Fu King Arthur. This looks absolutely awful. Well, it just kicked me out. That's how bad it was. I didn't even get to go back into the menu. Yeah, they don't have They Live, but let's see. Maybe they have some other John Carpenter movies. Live Free or Die Hard. Watch the Eagles Farewell Tour. Which I kind of like the Eagles, but I don't think you guys would want to watch that. Culture Club, yes. There's Running Man. All right, let's try. Prince of Darkness, because that's a John Carpenter movie. Son of Satan. Satan said dance. That kind of sounds cool. Burnt offering, the devil we know, the church. 1990? This has got to be good. This has got to be good. In medieval Europe, crusading knights massacre a village full of suspected evil devil worshippers and build a large Gothic church above the cursed remains. It is now present day, and this elaborate cathedral still stands. But when its sealed crypt is accidentally reopened, a group of people trapped inside the church become possessed by the fury of the damned. That sounds kind of cool. Not gonna lie. Sounds kind of cool. 1990. Let's see. There's a movie called Palau. Palau the movie. Vlad the Impaler. That's kind of cool. Oh, you could watch Satan's Strategies and Satan's Tactics. This sounds awesome, guys. This is probably some like Christian. Please. Oh, it's 42 minutes. Okay. We might have to watch this, guys. In this lesson, we examine 3 strategies Satan uses to steal your soul. Oh my God, guys, we might be watching this. We might have to watch this. Mike Mazzalongo. We also give you 3 strategies to combat his attach, not his attack, his attach, and teach you how to fight back. Oh my God, we might be watching this, guys. This might be the Wednesday movie that we watch. We have to watch both though, okay? So one night we could watch Satan's Strategies, and then if we don't want to kill ourselves afterwards, we can watch Satan's Tactics. All right. Okay, 33 minutes. Okay, this one's shorter. God tells us that Satan is actively trying to ruin us. Okay, yeah, sure. In this lesson, Mike reveals the many tactics Satan uses to destroy God's church. How is that different than Satan's strategy? I guess strategy is, when we talk about strategy versus tactics, strategy is much more long-term, the long-term goals, whereas the tactics are the short-term on the battlefield, what's going on. So we would get a lesson in both Satan's strategy and his tactics, guys. And let me point out that they're 5 years apart. Okay, that this is 2012 and 2017. When you hear Satan knocking, but this is Vidar the Vampire. You know that's going to be good. Blood on Satan's Paw. Oh my gosh, there's all kinds of good. Satan's Girls. Why not? Sure. Dude, I kind of want to watch Satan's Strategies and Satan's Tactic. That's a Bible study public service. I know if it's just a sermon, we're not watching it. I may have to just screen some of these. Okay. Sean put in 5 Fingers of Death. Let's see. 2007, 5 Fingers of Death. The Chinese Boxer, that's going to be a good. So there's plenty of kung fu if we want to watch kung fu. Devil's Hand, that's kind of dope. Eagle Claw versus Butterfly Palm, this is something I want to know about. Look at that guy. The Great Lo Li from 5 Fingers of Death leads an all-star cast in this renowned kung fu classic. Having already destroyed Shaolin and Wu-Tang, the feared Butterfly Clan now sets their eyes on wiping out all other clans that are in their way. Only a few noble Wushu knights are brave enough to face the villains, and fights the enemies to their death. I think there's some English wrong in this description. But yeah, it looks like classic kung fu is a mainstay. Like we can watch a bunch of classic kung fu. So that's good. So we can keep all those like kung fu like things in our back pocket. The Dead Matter. This is a zombie movie, it looks like. Yeah, vampires. Okay. Oh, I wonder if they have Life Force, which is one of the most interesting sci-fi vampire movies out there. Life Force. And no. Planet of the Vampires, though. What about The Hidden? The Hidden's pretty dope. No, the 2019 The Hidden, which doesn't count. Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon. Like that's not bad, dude. Like we could watch that one night just because it's a good movie. All right. Anything else? Hidden Fears 1993. It's got to be good. It's got to be good. Oh, it's got Meg Foster in it, and she was in They Live. All right. A widow, Meg Foster, is haunted by memories of her husband's murder. Several years after his death, she approaches the police with new evidence about her husband's death. Unfortunately, the perpetrators discover that the case is reopened, and they set out to kill the eyewitness and the widow herself. Me. How about The Puppet Master? See, we're going. It's only good stuff, guys. Only good things we look up. Ghost in the Shell 2.0. Hey, not terrible. You got both. You know, you can watch both the Ghost in the Shell things. 13 Nights of Elvira. What? What? Oh my God. Oh, wow. Okay. I think we just struck gold. We can watch all the Elvira. Does anyone here not think that Elvira is like one of the hottest women ever? Clearly one of the hottest women ever to walk the earth, Elvira. Okay. Dope. Okay. Make a mental note. Elvira is on the menu. We can watch lots of Elvira. All right. Police Story or New Police. Okay, so you're looking for Jackie Chan. Sure. Sean the Kung Fu Buff. Wheels on Meals is a classic, fantastic movie. Seems to be the only Jackie Chan movie on this list. Messenger of Death. Is that Charles Bronson? It's Charles Bronson. Charles Bronson is Gar Smith, a Denver police detective on the trail of a serial killer linked to a century-old cult of Mormon Avenger known as Unholy Angels. I mean, I do love Charles Bronson. Oh my gosh. So, yeah. So lots of Kung Fu. Let's recap. Lots of good Kung Fu. Elvira. And you know, a good smattering of like kind of generic horror movies. And possibly weird Satan tactics. So I think we're in good hands, folks. I think we've got good stuff that we can watch for a while. Just just flipping through. Yeah, Death Wish. Yeah, maybe they have Death Wish 2 is actually amazing, but let's see. City Hunter, So there you go. You got more Jackie Chan. Oh, you know what? Sorry, guys. I'm going to... Better Tomorrow, one of my favorite movies. Nope. There's a Chow Yun Fat movie, Monkey King. Beyond Hoarding. Do they have Beyond Hypothermia? This is which is an amazing movie. One of my, absolutely love this Hong Kong movie. No Beyond Hypothermia. Damn it. That's a great, if you want to watch a good Hong Kong action movie with super just tragic as shit, watch Beyond Hypothermia. Yeah, okay. Let's go back to Death Wish. Yep, they do have Death Wish, Death Wish 4. Death Wish 4, I don't even remember that one. Do they have Death Wish 2? So, good call. We can watch Death Wish. Okay. Yeah, lots of cool stuff, guys. Any other recommendations before I close this out? Let me go back to a little bit of painting. All right. And yeah, I don't know. Okay. I think we're Shaolin Soccer. I'm. Oh, Sean. All right, fine. Really? Okay. Shaolin Soccer. Oh, thank God. It's not on here. Okay, good. Sorry, dude. Not a. I mean, I've watched Shaolin Soccer. I, ugh. I can't. I don't. You only need to watch it once. Yeah. It just, yeah. All right. Um, but they do have 36 chamber Shaolin. Kidnap Ding Ding Don. I don't. It sounds amazing. 2016 though. Lookout Officer. This looks amazing. The comedic complications multiply, so as do the thrills and laughs in this prime Stephen Chow winner. Nah, you're trying too hard. It's funny. It's funny. Do they have Who Killed Captain Alex? They do have Who Killed Captain Alex, which you could watch on YouTube for free if you wanted to. But if you ever wanted to see Ugandan kung fu, this movie is nothing short of remarkable. Okay, Who Killed Captain Alex? You should definitely watch this at some point if you have an hour to kill. This movie was made in Uganda for probably, not kidding, probably $50. Okay, probably $50. And it's pretty nonstop action, and it's just a great. This movie is one of my favorite. Just it's just nonstop action. It doesn't make sense. The dialogue is amazing in it. I kind of want to watch this movie. Maybe this might end up on our watch list, just because it's a great movie. You should watch Who Killed Captain Alex. Let's see what the description reads. Welcome to Wakaliwood, Uganda, home of the best movies, and the vanguards of DIY commando cinema. That's a great way to describe this movie already. Uh, let's see. Under the guidance of Nabwanwa Isaac Godfrey Jeffrey, IGG, and Alan Salihofmanis. These self-taught filmmakers produce gonzo action films with budgets that rarely exceed $200. See, I was not kidding, guys. When this movie was probably made for around $50. Who Killed Captain Alex is the debut feature from this crack team of heroic maniacs. Worth the watch, guys. Worth the watch. We might. Oh, I may have to put it on. I may have to put it on for one of our watch parties. Great film. And understand where that's coming from. That's me saying that this is a great film. So take that with whatever grain of salt you need to take it with. But anyways, let me move that over here. Okay. So lots of really good options as I see it. You know, so we got plenty of action. We got kung fu movies. We've got Elvira, which is we were just me and another older dude, we'll say, who grew up around the same time I did. We're talking about how hot Elvira is. She's by far one of the hottest women, just absolutely gorgeous woman. Anyways, who killed Captain Alex, guys? Oh, Rambo is on there. Is it? I didn't even notice. Is it? I didn't think. Let's see. Is Ram? But it's Rambo Last Blood, not Rambo First Blood. Wait. Yeah, it's all Rambo Last Blood. Bleh. What? Ooh. What about? I wonder if Dog Soldier is on here because that's a great horror movie. No. Oh well. Okay. Still pretty stoked that Who Killed Captain Alex is on there. One of the dopest movies, guys. Alright. Where was I at? I mean, Hawkeye's pretty close to finishing. Like, we could probably just do Captain Alex. And it's only a 1 hour movie. So, like, that's kind of the sweet spot for our watch party, right? Is it's an hour-long movie, and it's extremely low budget, right? I mean, that, like I said, that movie was made for like $50. You can't really get any cooler than that, right? I can't be the only person that thinks that is amazing that they did that movie for $50, right? I don't know. I got to work on my Ugandan accent. I'll probably get, if I did that though, I would probably get kicked off of YouTube or something, right? For doing that. Somebody would get upset by it. I don't know. I might not be allowed to do a Ugandan accent. I just think it's one of my favorite things. Watch, if you want to see like hilarious skits that have like lots of cool dancing and that do cool kind of African type accents, you should watch Bathmaster on YouTube. Bathmaster and Tio Choco. I'm the biggest Tio Choco fan probably on this planet. I'm like the biggest. I will randomly share Tio Choco stuff with you guys in chat. I made my own Tio Choco emojis and that kind of thing. I love Tio Choco, and Bathmaster is like his right hand guy. It does a lot of really like cool and funny like African based humor. So yeah. these characters have so much just black everything on them. They're just mostly black. Okay. But you know how you break that up, right? How you break up this sort of black thing here. Let me get a little purple. Dude, and all of those titles that we found were in addition to the ones that I'd already kind of queued up mentally that I thought we might watch. Oh, dang, I didn't even, hold on. Can I? I didn't even look up proper black exploitation movies. No. How about Ron Van Cleef, any Black Samurai? So no Black Caesar, that sucks. No Black Samurai. Damn it. So, I'm just going to put in Enter the Dragon. Let's see what kind of like Bruce Lee they have. Fist of Fury, Enter the Game of Death, Exit the Dragon, Enter the Tiger. So really, it looks like Fist of Fury. Yeah, it looks like it's really just Fist of Fury if we're going to watch Bruce Lee stuff. Kind of a bummer, but it's fine. What I'm really excited about the Elvira stuff is, you know, Elvira, she was doing that kind of shtick like long before you had Mystery Science Theater 3000 and all that kind of stuff. Like, she did it before they did. Let's see. I need a purple. I don't have a good purple. That's a purple. Kung Fu Chef. No. Where is a good purple, guys? There you go. She's a little shyish purple. I was supposed to work on Ant-Man and Wasp, but it's okay. Hawkeye's he's getting pretty close to being done. All right. And we're going to make a little glaze. We're going to make a little super, super dark blue glaze. My favorite things to do, right? So we're going to take this crystal black blue. And you don't have to do this, but I'm going to mix it with a little bit of glaze medium. And this is just one way you can kind of enhance your black, you know, especially models like this that are almost entirely black. And you want to just kind of prove that there's a little bit of light on these models without over highlighting them. So you can kind of tone around the muscles with the blue. And it just kind of tricks your eyes into looking around a little bit, right? That's all you're really trying to do. See how I just kind of just put it right in there? I don't even know if this is picking up on camera. but it's just a way to, you know, painting dark spandex gets really boring if you with so many characters that have dark spandex. This is one way to kind of give you something to look at, right? Because it helps kind of define all the musculature on black spandex. Okay. Looks pretty good. I'm actually going to use a little bit of it here. Right. And it's much nicer than dry brushing. Like sometimes I would dry brush like like a German gray or something on here, but I like this blue. The blue comes out a lot cleaner, and it just convinces your brain that, like, I don't know, when I see this blue like this, it just kind of convinces me that a little bit more was done on the model than was actually done on the model, if that makes sense. Right? Because, I mean, look, this guy's basically done. We're just going to... I'm just going to do a little bit of Starship Filth. Right? All up in here. Just kind of help define this. There, we are going to be able to just finish at least one model. Maybe we just do him in Black Widow. We might as well, right? Just do the sets. I mean, she's already looking pretty good. And then we'll highlight this whole area down here too. Okay. So while that's drying, let's get a little bit of highlighting in her hair. A couple different ways I can go about this. Yeah, we're going to use a little bronze flesh tone for this to highlight the orange in her hair. I know that sounds a little weird. Just going to have to trust me, guys. Oh, and I can use that. I can use that Starship Filth on another thing too while we're at it. Okay. So yeah. So it looks like on Wednesday, after my little class, we'll just do a, it's probably going to be like 10 o'clock. All right. So yeah, it'll probably be like 10 o'clock before I can really fire up a watch party. All right, so we'll do that Wednesday at 10. I'm also doing the Warboss Tay February painting challenge, so you can track my progress on that as well. All right, so we'll be working on that as well. And yeah, let's go ahead and let's use that dark blue, and we'll use it here, right? On her little symbol there, we'll use it here. Okay, and then these darker, these are like dark leather things going on down here. So let's first up paint the handguns in. Am I the only person that wishes dual wield was an actual thing, and that one could get so good at pistol shooting that you could dual wield? I would love to dual wield. All right, so a little Cygor brown here. It doesn't exactly jump out and scream at you, but that's fine. It's kind of what we're hoping for here. We're not looking to shape the world here with these little straps. Okay. Last thing I want to do is, oh, hold on. What did I'm lost. There were other things I was supposed to do. And now I can't find them. Hold on. Really? Lost. Lost. Seriously, where'd it go? And when I'm talking about it, I'm talking about the little clear plastic sprue that had wasps' little wings on them. And I had to move them. I moved them off the desk when we were doing the airbrush portion of the show so that we would not accidentally spray those nice little wings. But where did I put him? I would have just... I know I put them on something. They're like sitting on something safe from the airbrush. But where? Wow. It's a little frustrating. I know you're here. Where are you? Yeah, that's just... There they are. Okay. Okay, here we go. So you can see those on here, and I just want to get a little bit of work onto the veins to kind of show off the detail there, right? So I'm just doing that. Real light shade, right? Just to, especially around the central veins of the wings. Okay, so you could see that coming in. And the wings are going to keep their overall opaque look, which is cool. I actually should be working on the opposite side of the wings, but we'll do it on this side for now. Right, because I actually want this to be more visible from the inside of the wings, which are going to be on the front of the model than here. But that said, it still looks quite cool. Right? Yeah, that's nice. Oh, thanks. I hope so too, Nelson. I hope they do look awesome. You got to be careful about overdoing this. You just want the veins to be, the veins of the wings to be very apparent. So I'm just going to stick to the veins. All right, let's go ahead and stick them on because that's at a good point. So let's get our sprue cutters. So if you want to know what this process was, I first hit this with a satin varnish. Then I sprayed it with a little bit of Talisar blue. So contrast paint. I could have used an ink. I could have used a ghost tint. There were a couple, there's a lot of different ways you can do this depending on, how exactly you want that effect to look. All right. Oh, wow. I'm about to hit 300 followers on Twitch, so that's cool. All right, gotta clear these little nubs off. Ooh, still gonna leave a white ding there. Unfortunately, even if I shave it, if I shave these totally clear, it's still gonna leave a little white. There we go. But I can almost minimize them. See how far I can go. Yeah, they're almost invisible at that point. And these are already pretty good because they're small. But I'll clean up here. Right, the Ant-Man and Wasp models are actually fairly close to being done. I just need to really clean up the helmets. I could use plastic cement here. So just another pro tip. You guys remember how pissed off I was about this, right? So what I did, I went back to the hobby shop and picked this up. Okay? Lifesaver. Lifesaver. Okay? That should just be the number one rule with plastic cement is go out, like make the effort to get this somehow. Otherwise, forget it. Plastic cement is so annoying if you don't have a good applicator for it. Like, just give up. Give up until you can find a good applicator for it. Okay. Kind of nice. I like that. All right. And here. Not really sure why okay. Yep. Is that? It's not fitting in correctly. There we go. Okay. That's awesome. I like that quite a bit. You can see, but yeah, I have to fix the helmets on them and then they'll be in a much better shape. But in the meantime, let's get them very close. Like I said, let's get everything very close to being done. What do I just do with my brush? I'm like a lost cause tonight, man. It's going to be another fairly long week for me. Maybe interested in a lunchtime game tomorrow. If anybody is down, might be able to do that. If I provided I get a fair amount of work done in the morning, maybe down for some lunch gaming. Okay. Let's do a little Winter Soldier here. So I want to get some of this lining in for his bionic arm. And I'm going to have to paint that star in red right there. It's looking pretty good. All right, let's get that back in order. Get the gun in order. Pretty sweet over under on his gun. Okay. And might as well get this in here. Right. Get the steel plate looking cool. Yeah. This guy's getting there too. He's getting pretty close. Is that black ink or glaze? This is black. This is a wash actually, or it's a shader. It is specifically, it is this guy here, Starship Filth. It's actually a nice little effect. It's just such a very useful thing to do or to have. All right. In fact, I'm going to use a little more on Hawkeye on his bow. Right, just to give his bow a little more character to it. Right. The key is not to let any of this pool. Right, you're really just trying to get it in the crevices. Okay, so now looking pretty good. Actually, I have not done these guys yet. Yeah, these are super. That's why I love these so much. At CQ, I own every color because they are so useful. They are so useful. And waiting for them to refill the dirt and Starship Filth really nice colors. So we just wash these down and then I hit them with a highlight and then we're good to go. There we go. Okay. So, yeah, we're actually moving along pretty well here. Maybe the only, the only one that's really going to take a significant amount of time tomorrow is going to be Vision, because he is not even really started yet. He just got a little bit of yellow down for his cloak. But yeah. This Ant-Man's looking pretty good, right? Ant-Man's looking pretty good. I like how fearless you can go with these, right? If this were Nuln Oil, I would be working extremely fast and hoping things don't lock up on me. Because that, the Citadel washes, as nice as they are very short working time. So please be aware of that if you're going to work with Citadel washes. Right? Everyone claims they're the best. Or at the very least say that they're, they claim that they're very reliable, which I would agree with. They are very reliable. The problem is that they are very short working time, so they're not the most newbie friendly washes out there. Although, most of the people these days, that's really the only truth they know about washes, so they probably just get very accustomed to having a short working time. Okay. Pretty good. Pretty good. All right. Let's put this away for a second. I want to do I just want to do a generic base dry brush. Uh-oh. Where'd my chat go? Ah. There we go. Okay. So we're going to go again with our standby. The Faker Dirty Bone. Oh, shoot. What am I doing? Hold on. Before I can even do that, I gotta at least prep the base here. Right? So really kind of taking the old formula base coat wash and highlight to the extreme with this. Right? Okay. Pretty good. In fact, I've decided I'm going to switch what I was highlighting. Okay. So we're going to go with steel. And actually want to swap to a smaller dry brush if I can find a smaller dry brush. And that's like not a bad dry brush. You could use that. It's actually not terrible. And how about this guy? Oh, this guy may be almost done for. This guy, pretty jacked up, but we can get him to work. See how we do. Okay, that's nice. Just able to get little edges here and there. Get the Hydra symbol. There we go. Pretty good. Let's go with Natasha. Right, just trying to get these edges in. I like this because you do this right, and it just lets the color shift little wrist things shine, and the color shift armor plates below also start looking a little more conspicuous. And you can do that without wrecking too much of the color shift, right? This highlight is small enough. It'll be enough to catch someone's eye, but it won't shut down the color shift property. But yeah, kind of down with that. Okay. Some other things we can do. A little Winter Soldier action here. And down here. Be amazed how this just doing simple little stuff like this really does help with the overall look of your minis. And just getting that last little edge highlight in. It's really nice. Okay. Whoa, that was a lot. So I gotta be careful. I want to feather this out. There we go. I want to feather it out without wiping out too much of the shoulder pad that I just did. Okay. Cool. And then the weird thing is, I'm actually going to use some of that. I'm going to use this steel to highlight some of the helmet bits on Ant-Man and Wasp. Even though those things aren't metallic in nature, we can still kind of use this to kind of help legitimize the masks. Right, make the masks look a little cooler. Like that. But yeah, as you can see, most of these are finishing up pretty quick. Right, it's just a matter of going by each one and making sure that you've got the right detail levels picked out on them. Once you get to this point, right? Once you get to the point where everything's base blocked and shaded, then you just go to highlighting. Right, and then you're good to go. Okay, pretty cool. Where's the little guy? The little guy. What? Just get a little highlight on the little guy. Okay. Now we can go back and do the generic base highlight. So yeah, that's fine. As long as I do this with enough subtlety, should be okay. We're just about ready to wrap up here. Quiet evening. Appreciate everyone's thoughts on Manborg and what we might be able to watch next. Right. So, see what I'm doing there? Just kind of getting some light highlighting done on little Ant-Man. It looks pretty good. Let's do big old full-size Ant-Man. Also, since I'm shilling right now, I can take the opportunity to endorse myself here on Twitch. So if you are enjoying the watch party with me on Twitch, consider being a subscriber. You have, with your Amazon Prime subscription, you have a free Twitch subscription. So you can subscribe to me on Twitch using your free Amazon Prime subscription, and I can reopen the perks on that and, do some services for the people that follow me on YouTube and Twitch, right? Without doing a Patreon. It costs you no dollars to use your subscription on my Twitch, and it does help the channel get a little bit more traffic, and it gives me the ability to, run little contests on my channel and do giveaways and that kind of stuff. So consider being a subscriber. Nelson is a subscriber, which is great. Very appreciative of that. This thing is so versatile. I can even highlight metallic stuff with that dirty bone. Best color. Dirty bone, best color. Okay. Right, even Natasha here. I can even highlight her. Right. Just get this to pick up on different parts of her as a model. That looks pretty good. Okay. Winter Soldier's base is a little more complicated, so actually won't do much on Winter Soldier. Because him and Vision will be the, I guess, kind of the focus for tomorrow. And just wrapping up all these other ones. Let's see if I can Ooh, we have left a little bit too much paint on the brush. See how it kind of ended up being like a little more powdery looking. There we go. Okay. All right. And then for a few of them, we can do the black outline here, or the black lip of the base. Right, Hawkeye is basically done. Like, we can pretty much call that guy done. Right, Hawkeye, you need to fix your Rasputin ice dancers. Oh yeah, you were telling me about that the other night. They have they're missing fingers. That is extremely hard to fix. I don't know if you have any ideas or whatever. I mean, you could just chop off all the fingers and just sculpt a little a little clenched fist. That might be easier, but I don't know. You need looking for. Oh, thanks, Nelson. Yeah, the MCP stuff is really nice to paint. It looks great when when it's done, and you put it on the board, and you can have a really nice looking game. Right? All right. So if we have an hour, if we start on Wednesday, if we start the stream around the watch party around 10, we can boot up Who Killed Captain Alex. I might be too tired from my little training to break out anything to paint, but we'll see. If there's something I could just build or something like that, then that's fine. All right, so big ol' Ant-Man done. Little mini Ant-Man. I made sure that big Ant-Man and little Ant-Man and big Wasp and little Wasp are on the same exact style of base. I don't know why. I had to make that a thing. That like, oh, when they shrink, they're going to be on the same base. All right. Keep it rocking. I really like Natasha. I like how she came out. You can't really see too much. The detail on her face is fantastic. She's just angry. She's just angry. Why not? Angry Natasha. But yeah, way better than the kind of chunky one that comes in the starter box. Or the core set, I should say. Okay. Attention to details. All right. But yeah, like I said, tomorrow is mainly just going to be wrapping up Winter Soldier and then really working on Vision, as we have done nothing on Vision yet. And he's kind of the Manborg of all of this. Okay. But yeah, so this week, it's actually kind of nice because what I can do is this will be done, and then I'm going to take a slight detour for a day or two before we pick up before we start the next batch of MCP. But when I drop these off, Nelson, I will be able to pick up the next set. I just won't be starting it right away, just for your info. So, anywho, I think we made it. I think that's where we're gonna be for tonight, guys. Pretty productive stream, right? We got to look at movies. I think I stopped and we took almost a half hour just to look at different movies. Oh, thanks, Nelson. We'll let these dry. I'll hit them. I think I may give a little bit of a yellow highlight on these Wasp minis. But for the most part, we're looking pretty good. Like I said, that's probably my favorite sculpt of the bunch. And then, yeah, we'll get back into it pretty soon. So, all right, guys. Well, that is going to do it for this video. I'm going to go to bed now. But I want to thank everyone for watching. Have a good one, guys, and we'll catch you on the next one.